Is a landlord subject to the CARES Act if, let's say, they have multiple units on a parcel of a property? Let's say it's a 100-unit apartment complex, and they don't have a federally backed mortgage. They own their property free and clear, but one of those units, just could be one unit, that receives a federal subsidy. Is the entire building subject to the CARES Act, and would the landlord have to comply with the CARES Act for all 100 units or whatever on that piece of parcel of property? Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord Warrior on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe to our videos. To answer that question, yes. If you have a 100-unit complex, for example, and one of those units has Section 8, you have a Section 8 tenant, you're receiving Section 8 benefits or any type of federal subsidy for one of those tenancies in that building, you're going to be subject, all of your units are going to be subject to the CARES Act for that piece of property here. And the reason is it's in the definition of the CARES Act, like what is a covered property, basically. And you could just have one unit basically that receives a federal subsidy, and it would cover, and it will make the landlord be required to comply with the CARES Act for all the units, even though those units don't participate in the federal subsidy or they don't get Section 8. You're going to be subject to CARES Act. So if you have any questions about that, you might want to talk to Competent Landlords Counsel, because sometimes these definitions can be a little bit tricky to navigate and so forth like that. I've had that come up on a number of my properties where, you know, it's like a fourplex. I threw a 100-unit complex in there for fun. No loan, there's no mortgage, so we don't have to worry about federally backed mortgage, but one of those units might be getting Section 8. Well, guess what? All the other units are going to be subject to the CARES Act too. So if your tenant doesn't pay rent or pay a monetary charge, if your eviction is based on one of those grounds and you're subject to CARES Act, you're going to have to comply with all the CARES Act requirements and give your tenants 30 days to vacate. So till next time, folks, we'll talk to you then. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them, and we'll go from there. Thanks.